Hey everybody. Well, Alison's gone away again for a few days, so I'm going on another adventure. Now, I know what you're thinking. These things are rubbish when Alison isn't in them, but you know, you have to watch the bad ones as well as the good ones, I think. Anyway, I'm going to somewhere that's unspeakable. And I say it's unspeakable because it's here. Can you see that there? That's where I'm going. I mean, how do you pronounce that? I mean, come on, the Welsh. Just chuck in a couple of vowels now and again. Honestly. Anyway, on my way there, and I thought I'd stop and park up in a lay-by, which is nice, and have a look at the view. Uh, Put a bit of music on, have a cup of coffee, all that sort of stuff. Very nice, except the view is that. I don't know whether you can see, but it's pouring with rain. Well, it is Wales. It's pouring with rain. Um, and there's low cloud, and this car park is deserted apart from me. There is one other guy who's up on the mountain that I can see, and he's an absolute crazy person. Who would go out in this? Anyway, I'm about 3/4 of an hour away from the campsite, so more later. Oh, did I say it was in Wales? I think I did. If not, it's somewhere in Wales with no vowels and plenty of double L's. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, I've arrived at the campsite and it is still pouring with rain. I think, if anything, it's got even more torrential since I arrived. Ho hum. I think tomorrow is supposed to be better, but tonight is going to be pretty wet. Anyway, I'm not going to do the Inspect-a-Gadget theme tune because this is just a follow-up to my last gadget. So Ian will be pleased. Ian will love the fact there's no theme tune. But I just wanted to show you this. So this is my projector, and that up there, you can just see, that's the little clampy thing that I showed you last time. So clamp's working, projector's working, and what that allows me to do is in the camper van, look at that. Oh my God, it's just like a TV. And so I can get the remote and press play. And I can watch Netflix to my heart's content in the camper van. It's just so good. Anyway, that's an update with no theme tune for Inspect-a-Gadget. Good morning. I've come out for a bike ride in Wales. Well, it's more a ride up a stream, but that's fine. Look at this scenery. I mean, I know I go on about Wales a lot, but it is just so beautiful, isn't it? If you look carefully, you can see down there is where I'm parked. Amazing. I always like to know where I am. So that is totally beautiful. Anyway, I've only just started, so I better carry on. Well, more views of Wales. This is the lake. I can't pronounce the name of it. It's just crazy. Oh, look, fishermen. Go over there. Fishermen going out. Amazing. So this is a lake I'm supposed to cycle around. Reading the instructions this morning, it said, "Oh, why don't you go on a circular tour of the lake?" Oh, that'd be nice, I thought. And later on, it says, "You can't actually get round the whole lake." Oh, so great. But of course, every view in Wales has got mountains, it's got lakes. And what view of Wales would be complete without a nuclear power station? I love the way that we must have said, "Oh, we're going to build a nuclear power station. It's going to be in one of the most beautiful locations you've got. But don't worry, it'll blend in. It'll blend in like a Russian prison block." Anyway, if you keep your back to that, it's beautiful. Anyway, need to carry on. Well, I've come for a walk to see a waterfall. So that noise you can hear, this time, it's not wind noise, it's actually waterfall noise. I don't know if you can see. No, it's down there. It's pretty noisy and it's very fast flowing. So I'll try and get a better angle for it. Bear with me. So I can't pronounce this. Having said the Welsh don't use vowels enough, when they do, they pack them in, don't they? So radar do, that's probably not right. And possibly what it means is warning steep steps. And you just have to walk down this stream to get a better view of the waterfall. That's going to be fun. Well, I've come down to what is commonly known as the water's edge. Well, it's not that common, but anyway, I hope you can hear me. You have to kind of walk down the stream to get down here, but it's quite impressive because I don't know whether you can see that. I'll try and zoom in a bit if I can. No, I can't. I'll show you some footage of this waterfall, which is amazing. I think it'll be quite difficult to swim up that. I keep looking around because I think there's somebody following me down here, and yeah, don't want them to throw me in the water. Might do. Anyway, I'll try and get some footage of the actual waterfall itself. To give you some idea, that is, I don't know, about 30 feet high, and the water's just cascading out of it into this pool, and then it flows down here. And I think, sorry, that was a bit fast. I think there's another one down there. But at the moment, I'm getting covered in spray, which is lovely, refreshing, and I'm glad it's sunny. But yeah, that's a waterfall. They know how to do them here. Now I've got to walk back up to the path again. See you later. Oh, sorry, just a bit of uphill there. So, some of you may know that I wrote a story. It was inspired by a photograph I'd seen in an exhibition called The Pipe. And I called my story The Pipe, because I've always had that imaginative flair, really. If you want to read it, let me tell you, things aren't that bad that you need that in your life right now. So if you really want to read it, I'll put a link down there in the comments or description. So I wrote this story called The Pipe, and I was walking to that waterfall and I came across something that was really quite strange. Look at this. Just look at this. That is what you call a pipe. Amazing. I do love a pipe. I don't like a bridge, which is what I'm on right now, but I do love a pipe. Incredible. Right. I'm going back to the campsite now for a beer. So if I don't speak to you again, that's all for this time. It's been an interesting day. I've done quite a few things. I'll tell you about this. So on the way here, in that torrential rain that I had, no, I shouldn't tell you. I know it will. In that torrential rain, I stopped off at a farm shop sort of thing, one of those massive affairs with something for everybody and something for nobody. And the car park was really crowded because I guess people were thinking, it's pissing with rain, let's go to the farm shop. So went to the farm shop, fine. The car park really busy. That's okay. I can, oh, I need to find out where I've got to go. I'm on the right road. It's good. I don't remember coming through this gate. Oh well, must have done. I think somebody else had held it open for me. So yes, sorry about that interlude. I found a parking space and reversed into it. And when I'm carrying the bike on the back of the Cali, it extends the length of it by about a metre. So I have to be careful when I'm reversing that the Cali is a lot longer than I think it is. I've got reversing cameras, but they don't really show you whereabouts the bike is and the bike rack. So I reversed into this space and I thought, oh, that'll do. Went and had a look out the back, and the bike rack was about that far from the car windshield that was behind me. So I pulled forward a bit and went into the shop. So that was close, very close. Anyway, I've got about 2 kilometres to walk back to the campsite now. And there's the farmer outstanding in his, well, not outstanding, he's out tractoring in his field. See you later.